Hi, I'm Danny Boom and welcome to Recipe Rehab, sponsored by Everyday Health.
On this episode, the Mena family loves their traditional Carnitas tacos recipe.
Who wants to make Carnita tacos?
We do! We're Mexican-Cuban, so that makes us Mexi-Cuban. Our favorite thing to make as a family are the carnita tacos.
The carnitas my wife prepares are a combination of what her mother has passed down from her, the Cuban-style carnitas, and what my mom has passed to her, which were Mexican traditional carnitas.
Dad, that's a lot of lard. That's how it tastes good. We love our mom's carnita tacos, but we know it's not very healthy. She uses a lot of lard. She uses fatty pork.
With almost 1,600 calories per serving and a mountain of fat, this family dish needs a major health makeover.
With my dad's high cholesterol, we cannot go on with this, but we don't want to lose our carnita family tradition.
Please rehab our Carnita tacos!
Our two chefs will battle it out to see who can rehab the Mena's recipe and make it more nutritious
I'm using a leaner cut of pork
without sacrificing any of the flavor.
We're going to use a lot of lime zest, a lot of lime juice, a lot of dried spices.
The Menas will then cook the rehab recipes in their own kitchen. They'll judge them on taste, health, and ease.
It's good, but it's spicy.
Overall spicy.
Which recipe will fall flat?
Cilantro. Ugh.
Which will score big?
I'm in heaven.
And who will win the title of Recipe Rehab Champion?
We did it!
Now let's meet our two culinary warriors who will do battle today. At the green station, it's the kitchen general himself, Chef Govind Armstrong. And at the yellow station, it's the master of knives, Chef Scott Leibfried. Okay, guys, are you ready to see the Mena's Carnitas tacos close up?
Yes.
All right, well, here they are. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Do you taste the pork?
Not one bit. There's no flavor in there besides fried pork.
Yeah, you can tell. There's just so much fat in there. Yeah, it comes out.
That's crazy. So, chefs, you have your work cut out for you. Let's put 45 minutes on the clock. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's rehab that recipe. Our chefs will be judged in 3 categories. The Menas will judge the dishes on taste and ease of preparation, and the everyday health nutritionist will give each recipe a score for health. Chef Govind, how are we going to reduce the fat, the calories, and the cholesterol?
I'm using a leaner cut of pork tenderloin here, which is very lean, as you can see. And I'm also not gonna use any lard whatsoever. And by doing that, I'm gonna reduce the fat and the saturated fat by more than 90%.
Amazing.
And also the calories and cholesterol are gonna come down by almost 80%.
Wow. So, Chef Scott, what's your plan of attack?
My plan of attack is to use a pork chop that's got a little bit more fat in it than a leaner cut of pork. We're going to work a little bit opposite. We're not going to sacrifice so much flavor on the pork. It's got a little bit of fat, but then on the flip side, use a lot of lime zest, a lot of lime juice, a lot of dried spices. So by doing this, I'm going to cut the fat more than 90%. And don't forget, Dad's got high cholesterol too, so we're cutting calories and cholesterol by more than 80%.
How are we going to keep all those great Mexican flavors?
Basically with the spice mix that I'm making, so there's a little chipotle in there, garlic, onion, a little bit of oregano, and a touch of cumin. You can probably smell that, huh?
That's just brilliant. Chef Govind, he's got a lot of spices. He's using a lot of spices in this to keep this Mexican flavors going.
I'm gonna take my pork chops, I'm gonna dry season them with smoked paprika, granulated garlic, granulated onion powder, salt and pepper.
So you've got this dry rub on your pork chop there, and I see from our sponsor, you've got the Ninja cooking system here.
Correct.
How are all these ingredients gonna go in there?
I'm gonna start with the stovetop setting. I'm gonna sear my pork chops. Then I'm gonna switch it over to the oven setting, add some liquid, and cook it on the oven temperature.
So Chef Govind is about to land his pork into our sponsor's Ninja cooking system. In that goes.
So I'm gonna sear it off now, which is really gonna intensify all those spices and everything that we marinated in. Then I'm gonna deglaze it, a little bit of orange juice and some low sodium chicken stock.
So when Chef Govind says he's gonna deglaze it, he's gonna add in the orange juice and some low sodium chicken stock to basically lift all the flavor off the bottom of the pan. Is that right?
100%.
Lots of great fresh flavors going on here. Chef Scott, you've got your pork chops in.
Amazing color on them.
Is there an ingredient or a technique that you're going to use that's possibly going to be the edge over Chef Govind?
One of the things that I feel pretty strong about is just the amount of fresh citrus that we're using. Fresh lime juice, lime zest, getting from the rind on the outside.
Amazing. Oh, that pork looks beautiful.
So now we've seared the meat off. We've added our liquid. Basically, I'm gonna put the cover on here, and then I'm gonna switch the setting to oven.
Oven.
Yep, and I'm gonna let it go at 300 degrees or so for a little bit.
And all we gotta do now is sit back, relax, and let it do its thing.
That's it.
Okay, guys, we're at the halfway of the competition. 25 minutes to go. The chefs have gotten under the hood of this fatty pork dish, and they're rebuilding the tacos from the inside out.
Chef Govind is adding orange juice to his taco dish, while Chef Scott is making his tacos with lime juice. Which will taste the best and be the healthiest choice?
It's time for our first break and a Better Eats pop quiz question. Here's the Better Eats pop quiz question. Which of the following is the best source of unsaturated fats? Is it A, butter, B, margarine, C, lard, or D, vegetable oil? The answer when we return to Recipe Rehab. Don't go anywhere.
This segment was sponsored by the Ninja Cooking System, making cooking easier, healthier, and better.
Welcome back to Recipe Rehab. Before the break, we asked you, which of the following is the best source of unsaturated fats? Is it A, butter, B, margarine, C, lard, or D, vegetable oil? If you answered D, vegetable oil, you were correct. To help lower cholesterol, choose healthy, unsaturated fats, such as vegetable, canola, and olive oils. Now let's get back to the action. With 20 minutes to go, Chef Govind and Chef Scott are in a Mexican standoff as they fight to see who can completely rehab the traditional but fatty taco dish.
Chef Govind cut the lard and he's using vegetable oil and orange juice to cook the tenderloin. Will that satisfy the family? Meanwhile, Chef Scott is trying to seal in all the flavor by using spice-rubbed pork chops. Will the Menas notice the difference?
All right, what's going on here, Scott?
Hey, I have a beautiful sear on my pork chops. You can see they smell great. Now I'm creating the wet mixture that's actually going to be part of the braise for the pork, or the liquid.
And is that going to reduce down and make a sauce?
That is the whole idea. I got all this flavor in the bottom of the pan, so I'm going to add a little bit of chicken broth.
So you're deglazing, as they would say?
Exactly.
Okay.
I want to pull up all the spices and all the seasonings that are on the bottom. I have a little bit more of my dried spices. I'm going to add that. Lime zest, lime juice, jalapenos, garlic.
Look at all that. So hang on, your pork chops are not going back into this mixture?
No, we're actually going to put them on this rack. And we're going to actually elevate the pork chops above the liquid. And what's going to happen is that the steaming and the roasting that's taking place inside is going to add more moisture to the pork chops and cook them a lot faster.
And the general himself, Chef Govind. Now he's on to his slaw. What have we got going on here?
These are a couple of poblano peppers. Dicing them up, and then what I'm gonna do is just dry roast them in a pan.
What are we going to use the tomatillos for?
We're going to set up a complete garnish tray for our tacos.
If you like what you see here today, be sure to catch the first season of Recipe Rehab on YouTube. Just search Recipe Rehab.
So we have the roasted poblano that I put in there, cabbage that's been shredded, a little bit of fresh lime juice that I'm gonna add right now, and a little bit of scallion.
And basically, is your lime your dressing?
Yeah, and like I said, the cabbage is also going to give the texture. Lime's gonna give it that real zing that it's going to need, you know, keep it nice and fresh.
So both chefs here are really going for the flavor button. All right then, Chef Scott. So is this your mise en place?
Yes, it is. And nice word.
Well, I tried. So you got a little bit of avocado going on there, you got some cilantro, got some onions.
We're also going to add to this some of the roasted jalapenos and the warm limes as well, too.
Warm limes?
Yes. Heating citrus, it actually sweetens the juice coming out of it, and it softens the fruit that you get so much juice.
Wow, look at that. So over here, Chef Govind is scraping cheese?
Yeah, a little queso fresco. You know, we took all that fat out by using a leaner cut of pork. So we're gonna give just a little bit back in the cheese.
I love that. Chef Scott, what are you doing there?
I am toasting my tortillas. This is a little restaurant trick that Govind and I both know.
Right on.
We just put them right on the stovetop, no oil, no fat. Look at the nice char it gets on the outside.
Wow.
Nothing but flavor.
That's really cool. Chef Govind, did you use the same method there?
I sure did.
You can do 4 shells at one time.
Safety first, though, right?
All right, guys, we're coming down to the last 30 seconds. Okay, guys, 5 seconds to go. I'm gonna count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, time's up. Wow, these carnita tacos have been majorly rehabbed. But the true test is still to come, because when we come back, the Mena family will cook those recipes, and then they'll decide which one of these two chefs has got the better eats. So we'll see you after this Better Eats pop quiz question. Here's the Better Eats pop quiz question. You can tell that lard is an unhealthy fat because it's A, unsaturated, B, solid at room temperature, C, liquid at room temperature, or D, white in color. The answer when we return to Recipe Rehab. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Recipe Rehab. Before the break, we asked you can tell that lard is an unhealthy fat because it's A, unsaturated, B, solid at room temperature, C, liquid at room temperature, or D, white in color. If you said B, solid at room temperature, you were right.
Butter, margarine, and heavy cream are other examples of unhealthy fats.
Now let's get back to the action. Chef Govind and Chef Scott have worked wonders with the Mena family recipe. Now, we sent the Mena family both the Rehab recipes and all the ingredients they'll need to recreate the chef's new takes on their dish. Let's see how they handle it.
2 recipes.
Mom, you're on my team?
You're on my team, girl.
Me and you, Cookie. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's in these boxes.
Cilantro. Ugh.
You don't like cilantro?
No.
Oranges for carnitas?
Do you see the lard?
No, there's no lard, Victor. No lard.
Mom, do you ever use cheese?
I never use cheese.
Ew, it's watery. These are some interesting ingredients that we're about to use. I see oranges, I see cumin, and I see some cheese that looked like it was 3 weeks old, and I was not excited about that at all. We'll have to see how it goes with these ingredients rather than my mom's.
This is gonna be very, very different from what you guys are used to. Okay, guys, let's get to cooking. One pound pork tenderloin. We usually use pork that has a lot of fat on it, and when I saw the very, very lean pork, I'm just wondering if it's gonna give it any flavor at all, so this should be very interesting.
Pork chops, looks like.
The bone-in.
I've never made carnitas with pork chops. I've never seen them made with pork chops. And as far as the ingredients so far, I think we've never used paprika. And that's different, but it smells delicious.
What are you guys doing over there?
Being pros.
We're marinating pork chops with this mixture right here.
There you go, Angeline. Little chef tell you. Just get in there and just toss it up.
Really?
Do it old school style.
We have 1 tablespoon, Angeline.
And that's all it takes?
That's it. When we make the carnitas, they're practically deep fried into a lot of lard. I can't believe we only used 1 tablespoon of canola oil.
Okay, put your orange juice in there.
We're gonna put all this in the pot. Jalapenos, zest, garlic, and it's all gonna go in there with these pork chops.
So it's gonna take about 35 minutes. Let's start our slaw. I've never seen anything like this.
I haven't either.
Very different.
I don't want to eat that.
My children are extremely picky. They're not very big vegetable eaters. So this might be a little bit of a challenge today, but we'll see.
Okay, here we go with the tomatilla salsa. Okay, we gotta cut these in half, and then we're gonna put them in that hot pan. We got jalapenos, Angelique. Think you can handle it?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm not sure the girls are gonna be able to handle the jalapeno peppers. It might be a little spicy for them. Smelling good. I like chilies. Oh, look at that.
How is it?
It's spicy. It's good, but it's spicy.
Well, we're all spicy.
The next ingredient is cheese called queso fresco. It doesn't look fresco at all. I usually love cheese, but this is a very watery cheese. I am not excited to put this inside of our carnitas at all.
You might end up really, really liking it. You don't know. We
I
don't know.
think so.
It's good, Lyric.
You try it.
It
Oh,
is.
that's delicious. You like it.
Yeah, see? Now she likes it.
After all that time, you
All
like
that,
it.
Now she likes it.
Wow, Mom, did you know that our recipe had 1,595 calories and our new recipe only has 400?
Wow.
Yeah, I only had 393 calories on our recipe.
I was completely floored. I had no idea that the carnitas that I've been making my family had almost 1,600 calories.
That's a big number jump.
If we started eating like this, your cholesterol would be a lot better.
Yeah, this might be one of our family traditions now,
What?
one of these recipes.
Okay, guys, here's the grand finale. We're just gonna warm up the tortillas and get ready to chow down. Okay, guys, we're done, and we did it! That's right, woo! Let's taste them.
Tasting time.
They both look delicious. I just can't wait to taste them and see which one's the better one.
We had a good time, huh?
Yeah.
Let's try the green one. Here we go.
That's good. Good flavor. I like the cheese. It's got a lime taste to it.
I like everything but the meat.
What do you think about the cheese, Lyric?
I actually like the cheese. It tastes really good. I misjudged.
I did like the cheese.
It has a lot of flavor. I like it, and I love the cabbage. And I think the meat is absolutely delicious.
I could get used to that.
We're now moving on to the yellow. That is really good.
I'm in heaven.
I love the jalapenos.
And the avocados and jalapenos and the spices all blended really good.
I liked almost everything except for the salsa.
hot
It's really
for you?
spicy.
It has a lot of flavor. The avocados make it real good. The onions, it's just like Angeli said, the jalapenos. I mean, they hurt.
Guys, I think I have a favorite.
I have a favorite
Me too.
You guys have a favorite as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it looks like they had a lot of fun in their kitchen, eh? Okay. Now, when we come back, it's the moment of truth. The Mena family will deliver the final verdict on which Rehab Carnitas tacos are the best. Which one of these super talented chefs will come out tops in the tacos? Don't you dare go away.
This segment was sponsored by the Ninja Cooking System, making cooking easier, healthier, and better.
Welcome back to Recipe Rehab. It's decision time. Chef Govind and Chef Scott have done an excellent job at reimagining the Mena family Carnitas tacos. But in this pig world of recipe rehabbing, only one chef can emerge the winner. Our chefs will be judged in 3 categories. It will be up to the Mena family to judge the dishes on taste and ease of preparation. And the everyday health nutritionist will give each recipe a score for health. There are 10 points per category, so a perfect score is 30. Are you ready to see the scores?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what the Mena family gave Chef Govind.
For taste, my mom and my dad both liked the coleslaw. Me and my sister were not very fond of the meat, but my parents liked it. But for that, we give it an 8 out of 10. For health, the everyday health nutritionist gave it a 9 out of 10.
The everyday health nutritionist gave this Rehab Carnitas tacos a health score of 9. They loved how he trimmed the fat by 92% using leaner cuts of pork and eliminating the lard. But he just didn't get the sodium down far enough for the perfect 10. How do you feel about your health score?
We were definitely able to eliminate a lot of the fat out of that recipe and still make something flavorful for the family.
Now we're going to see what you got for ease of preparation.
For ease of preparation, the ingredients were very simple and it was a quick process. For that, we gave it a perfect 10. So that's a total of 27 for the green recipe.
So, Chef Scott, 27 is a score to beat. Do you think you can do it?
I'm feeling confident about it.
So let's take a look and see how Scott did.
For taste on the yellow recipe, we loved it. We loved the meat, we loved the avocados, we loved the salsa. It was a little spicy, but we gave it a perfect 10. For health, a perfect 10.
The everyday health nutritionist gave Chef Scott a perfect 10 for health. They especially loved how he reduced the calories from 1,595 all the way down to 393.
And he took the cholesterol from 287 milligrams all the way down to 63 milligrams.
Which will really help Papa Mena. Excellent work.
Thank you.
All you need is 8 or better to win. So let's see what you get for ease of preparation.
For ease of preparation, it was easy, but roasting the vegetables for the salsa kind of made it a little difficult and time-consuming. So we gave it a 9 out of 10. So that's the total of 29. So that means the yellow wins!
So with a total score of 29, Chef Scott is the Carnitas Tacos Recipe Rehab champion. Congratulations,
Thank you
Chef.
very much.
Well, we all win today because we've learned some fantastic techniques to make our food healthier and still taste great. And if you're looking for some great healthy cooking tips and tricks and some new recipes, it's all at bettereats.com/recipe rehab. Thanks to all of you for watching. Join us next time when we continue our quest to cut the calories, slash the fat, and rehab another recipe for you and your family. We'll see you soon.
Closed captioning and other promotional considerations for Recipe Rehab are provided by